Have you ever woken up in the morning and found yourself sitting on the edge of your bed for a long time, trying to muster the strength to get up and move around? It might seem as though your legs aren't quite as strong as they were a month ago. When you lift your arms, you have to put in a little bit more effort. The reason you walk a little bit more slowly than usual isn't because you're experiencing pain. Rather, it's because your body doesn't feel as powerful as it used to. If you recognize that you're not the only one, the gradual loss of muscle strength that occurs after the age of 60 is a completely natural and expected phenomenon. Many people are unaware that sarcopenia, which is a condition referring to the loss of muscle mass, isn't solely caused by the aging process. On the other hand, it's about the things we do or don't do to support our bodies as we age. I'm about to tell you something that might surprise you. Your muscles don't simply become stronger as a result of the activities you perform during the day. During the time when you're asleep, your body is actually performing the most critical task. This is when it will rebuild, mend, and regenerate your muscle tissue. However, this will only occur if it's provided with the appropriate building blocks to work with. Not just any meal, but the right kind of calm, nourishing nighttime foods that work silently as you sleep are the source of those building blocks. If you want to construct something, you need to eat. One tranquil night at a time, I am going to guide you through the process of consuming 4 potent natural foods before going to bed. These meals have the potential to assist you in preventing muscle loss, restoring strength, and waking up feeling a little more confident in your body. The final meal, which is just 1 tablespoon before bedtime, might surprise you with the effect it has on your muscles. Stick with me until the very end. You should go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Health Tips Seniors, and share it in the comments section if you are interested in learning about easy strategies to maintain your strength while you are sleeping. Are you familiar with the experience of consuming a snack before going to bed that truly made you feel better when you woke up? It would be quite interesting to learn about your experience. First, let's talk about kiwi fruit. This simple fruit, with its fuzzy green exterior and sweet and tangy inside, might seem like a refreshing snack for a hot summer day or something to add to a fruit salad. However, this small fruit is a silent hero when it comes to sleep and recovery, especially if you enjoy it at night. This is something a lot of people don't know. I want to share a story. During a conversation over a cup of tea, a 74-year-old man named George, who was widowed and retired, shared an interesting story with me. "I don't actually sleep through the night anymore," he said. "When I wake up, I feel like my body has been holding on to stress while I was sleeping, and it's stiff." He wasn't in pain, but rather felt tired and exhausted. He noticed his legs weren't as stable as they used to be, and the effortless strength he once took for granted in his arms was gone. He thought it was a natural consequence of getting older. I suggested a single, rather minor adjustment, eating 2 kiwis about an hour before bed each night for 2 weeks. The results were surprising. The difference was so subtle, he could hardly believe it. Not only did he fall asleep more quickly, something he hadn't experienced in years, but George also reported waking up feeling lighter, more rested, and more mobile. He laughed and said, "I no longer creak like that old chair I used to. Suddenly, I feel like my legs are mine again." What makes kiwi fruit so special? Kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. Kiwi is a gentle, food-based version of melatonin that your body can absorb and use naturally, unlike the pill form many people use. Research has also shown that eating kiwis before bed can improve sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults. But here's where it gets even more interesting. During the deeper, more restful stages of sleep, your body is best able to repair its muscles. Only when you truly reach those deeper stages can your body restore worn-out tissues, balance hormones, and regenerate strength while you dream. Kiwi can help unlock that doorway. Beyond just melatonin, kiwi is also an excellent source of antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E. What's the significance of that? As we age, our muscles become more susceptible to inflammation and oxidative damage from the environment, leading to soreness, stiffness, and a general feeling of being slowed down. The antioxidants in kiwi help combat this damage, allowing your muscle cells to focus on recovery rather than repair. Additionally, kiwi fruit is a great source of potassium, which is essential for normal muscle contraction and helps prevent nighttime leg cramps. You know how beneficial that can be if you have ever woken up at a.m. with one of those searing leg cramps. And here is what older adults especially appreciate. Kiwi is very easy to digest and won't cause a spike in your blood sugar. Despite its sweet taste, kiwi has a low glycemic index, making it safe for people managing diabetes or closely monitoring their insulin levels. Its naturally low sodium content also makes it an excellent choice for those dealing with high blood pressure. So, what's the best way to enjoy kiwi? Peel 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before going to bed. Eat them gently, perhaps while relaxing with a book or some peaceful music. It's a simple practice, but one that sends a message to your body that it's time to unwind, and healing will soon follow. As with any food, pay attention to your body. If you're sensitive to fruit acids or have existing digestive issues, you might experience mild stomach upset. However, for most people, kiwi is gentle, soothing, and well tolerated. It can truly be described as soothing. Kiwi is a gentle way to drift into deeper sleep and aid recovery. We've just explored the quiet power of kiwi. Now let's move on to something a little more traditional, something we've all had the pleasure of cracking open at some point, whether with a slice of toast in the morning or tucked away in a cherished family recipe: eggs. As you read this, you might be thinking, eggs before bed? That's right. We typically think of eggs as a breakfast staple. But here's the surprising part. Especially if you're over 60 and your goal is to maintain strength, balance, and muscle tone while you sleep, eating an egg before bed can do something pretty remarkable for your body. The effectiveness of eggs isn't just because they're high in protein, although that's certainly true. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids that your muscles need to grow and repair, making them what nutritionists call a complete protein. On top of that, they have a particularly high concentration of leucine, the essential amino acid responsible for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. When you eat eggs, your body gets a very clear message that it's time to rebuild. Simply put, eggs are packed with protein. Now comes the interesting part for seniors. To some extent, our bodies become less sensitive to even small amounts of protein as we age. A 25-year-old might gain muscle by eating a small portion of chicken. In contrast, those over 60 typically need a slightly higher quantity of high-quality protein, especially protein rich in leucine, to achieve the same benefit. And this is where eggs really shine. A single large egg contains about 6 grams of protein and between 500 and 600 milligrams of leucine. This amount of protein can significantly contribute to muscle tissue regeneration overnight. Having a soft-boiled egg an hour before bed could be the missing piece your body needs to stay strong, especially if you eat light at night or your evening meal didn't contain a lot of protein. But there's more. Eggs are also a source of vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults are deficient in, especially those who don't spend much time in the sun. Furthermore, vitamin D is involved in more than just bone health. It also plays a significant role in muscle function and coordination. Combine this with the choline found in eggs, a nutrient that supports brain and nerve function, and you have a food that helps your body move and respond with more ease and confidence. But what about cholesterol? You might be wondering at this point, and that's a valid concern, especially since eggs once had a negative reputation. Here's what the latest scientific research reveals. For most people, eating eggs in moderation, around one per day, does not increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, some studies suggest eggs can actually improve your cholesterol profile by increasing HDL, good cholesterol. Eggs can be a very safe and extremely valuable part of your diet, unless your doctor has specifically advised you to avoid them. How you prepare your eggs is also important. Gently cooked eggs, such as poached, soft-boiled, or simply scrambled in olive oil, are easier to digest and retain more of their nutrients. Avoid frying in butter or adding excessive salt, as these can irritate your stomach and raise your blood pressure. A soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to consume and is a good choice for people who have difficulty chewing. No need to strain your jaw. Let me illustrate this with a real-world scenario. After attending a wellness program, I met a woman named Lean. At 68, she was always smiling and brought fruit for everyone she met. For years, she had experienced a feeling of weakness in the morning. She used to say, "When I get out of bed, my legs wobble like cooked noodles." Although she believed skipping snacks after sunset would help her sleep better, she often ate dinner late and sometimes skipped it altogether. We made a point of including a single poached egg in her evening routine. It wasn't a substantial dinner, but rather a warm snack before she went to bed. After 2 weeks, she told me, "I didn't expect it to have any effect, but I don't feel as shaky as I used to. My balance feels much more stable. If you choose the right protein for bedtime, it can make that kind of difference." Eating a large dinner in the evening isn't the issue. It's about providing your muscles with the right fuel to heal and rebuild while you rest. Your body does the work. All you need to do is provide the resources. Now, let's shift our focus to something you might not expect, something you can hold in the palm of your hand or might even forget in a jar on the side of the cabinet: pumpkin seeds. Don't let their small size fool you. These tiny seeds are one of the most powerful snacks many people overlook. Harold, a 72-year-old retired gardener, still had hands that looked like they could work the soil all day. He came to me with a common problem. "I experience a tightness in my legs every morning when I wake up. I can move around, but I still feel like I haven't rested at all." We discovered that magnesium was the missing piece in his evening routine, his meals, and his sleep habits. And we looked at pumpkin seeds. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds can provide you with approximately 37% of your daily magnesium requirement. Considering how small the serving is, that's quite astounding. When you enjoy them in the evening, you're giving your body the resources it needs to relax physically, not just mentally. But magnesium isn't the only benefit pumpkin seeds offer. They're also one of the few foods that naturally contain tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin and melatonin, 2 neurotransmitters crucial for better sleep and muscle recovery during the night. While you're sleeping under the covers, pumpkin seeds are a good source of plant-based protein with about 7 grams per ounce, and they also include beneficial fats that aid slow digestion. Don't forget this essential fact. Instead of experiencing a sudden surge and subsequent drop in amino acid levels, your body will experience a gradual and consistent release of amino acids throughout the night. To bring out their nutty flavor, some people lightly toast them in a skillet, but you don't need to do that. Just be sure not to add any salt, especially if you're trying to manage hypertension, as consuming sodium late at night isn't beneficial for blood pressure regulation. Additionally, pumpkin seeds are high in zinc, which is beneficial for repairing cells, boosting the immune system, and even maintaining hormonal balance, all important processes during those nighttime hours. Try to limit yourself to a small portion. Instead of thinking of them as just a snack, Consider them a nocturnal tonic that will support both your muscles and your sleep. This brings us to the final one, the unassuming champion of strength before nightfall, cottage cheese. It doesn't have the sweetness of fruit or the crunch of seeds. It's neither vibrant nor dazzling. But cottage cheese is a food that can truly help you, thanks to a specific type of protein called casein. Casein isn't the same as the protein found in other foods like fish, poultry, or even eggs. It takes a long time to digest, meaning your body doesn't absorb it all at once after you eat it. Instead, it releases amino acids gradually over several hours, ensuring your muscles remain gently nourished throughout the entire night. What's the significance of that? It provides your body with a steady stream of those essential amino acids. In other words, a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese can precisely accomplish this. It doesn't cause a spike in your blood sugar and doesn't feel heavy in your stomach. While you're recovering after your day, it silently goes to work promoting muscle growth, repair, and strength. Martha, a close friend of mine, is 76 years old. She was as sharp as ever, but she had begun to notice a decline in her physical strength. After incorporating a small serving of cottage cheese into her bedtime routine, she told me, "It's as if my body finally got the message. When I wake up, I find that I have greater energy. Now I have a sense of stability. That's what happens when the body finally receives what it's been lacking." In addition, cottage cheese has a significant amount of leucine, the same muscle-building amino acid we discussed with eggs. However, cottage cheese provides this amino acid over a longer period. If you have diabetes, you might benefit from the protein in cottage cheese, as it has the potential to help regulate blood sugar levels overnight. Consider choosing a low-sodium option if you're concerned about the salt content. Cottage cheese is also very easy to find. And for those concerned about heart health, choose low-fat or 1% varieties to limit saturated fat. Now, let's talk about the flavor and texture. In its natural state, it's mild and slightly creamy, making it a fantastic base for various flavors. You can add a drizzle of honey, a few berries, or some crushed nuts for a delicious and nutritious pre-bedtime snack. Think of it as a gentle whisper to your muscles as you sleep. Don't worry. Rest. Repair while I'm sleeping. Just 1 tablespoon is all it takes to make a difference. Indeed, it does. And here's the beauty of it. No preparation, no cooking, and no stress involved. You don't need to stand over a burner or blend a smoothie to accomplish this. All you need to do is open the container, grab a spoon, and start nourishing your body. It works quietly, with great care. Many older adults have overlooked this powerful food, but it can be a surprising ally for your muscles. Now that we've completed our journey along this peaceful nighttime route together, let's pause for a moment to take a deep breath and contemplate. You don't need to completely change the course of your life. Neither the pursuit of perfection nor the counting of every single calorie is necessary. Something more sustainable, a few choices made consistently with care, is what your body truly needs, especially after the age of 60. These foods not only support muscle recovery, they also promote more restful sleep and more energizing mornings. And by performing each and every calm evening routine, you're sending a message to your body that you still matter. There is still strength in you, and you are still capable of putting things back together, because this is the truth. Muscle loss isn't an unavoidable consequence. It can be reversed, and it can be avoided. To begin, you must give your body what it's asking for, not in large meals, but in small, thoughtful choices before going to bed. Do you have any pre-bedtime snacks that make you feel better in the morning? Please let me know in the comments section. Your story might serve as motivation for another member of our Health 365 family, as I have the opportunity to read every word. Additionally, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the Senior Health channel. Something truly remarkable is being built right here, the kind of environment where getting older means getting wiser, stronger, and more connected. It's also important to acknowledge that everyone's body is different, and what works wonders for one person might require some adjustment for another. Pay close attention to how your body responds to these nighttime snacks. Notice any changes in your sleep quality, your energy levels upon waking, and how your muscles feel throughout the day. This self-awareness will help you fine-tune your approach and discover what truly serves your individual needs best. Think of these pre-bedtime choices not as a strict regimen, but rather as acts of self-care. You're actively nourishing your body and supporting its natural processes of repair and rejuvenation while you sleep. This proactive approach can make a significant difference in maintaining your independence and enjoying a more active and fulfilling life as you continue to age. Embrace this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Furthermore, don't underestimate the power of a consistent sleep schedule and a relaxing bedtime routine. Creating a calm and comfortable environment conducive to sleep will amplify the benefits of these nighttime snacks. Aim for a regular sleep-wake cycle, avoid stimulating activities before bed, and consider incorporating practices like reading or gentle stretching to wind down. These holistic habits, combined with mindful nutrition, will create a powerful synergy for your overall well-being. We're all in this together, learning and growing stronger with each passing day.